Okay, guys, let's go ahead and discuss this real quick. So we just watched the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation. Just top-level thoughts real fast before we break down the whole show. What do you guys, how are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling after this?
This is a weird thing to bring up, but literally, I think all of us were right equally with what we thought was going to happen.
Yeah, it kind of seems that
there
way,
was
huh?
stuff that happened that I thought wasn't going to happen, that Hasten did think was going to happen. And then there was stuff that no one thought would happen that you thought would happen.
Yep.
You know, it's like weird.
Yeah, it was wild.
Classic Nintendo can't put them in one spot.
Yeah, I can't predict it.
Overall, I thought the presentation was great. Like I would give it probably like a 9 out of 10. Like I don't know how much more you could like. There's a few nitpicks and stuff like that. It's like, man, I was really hoping for like 3D Mario, because now I'm like, when is 3D Mario happening? Like a couple years probably, but. And then like Smash Bros and stuff being absent, but like ultimately I can't like complain about that considering the amount of stuff we got. Yeah.
Switch 2 is $449.99.
I got it.
Really?
I got it. Oh my gosh.
No.
That's
why
not
would they do
good.
that?
That's not good.
You guys got Bowsered right there from the competition, because I went 449 just for the memes. Did Wario 64 post that, Hasten?
It's June 5th. Yeah, at June 5th at 449, $449.99. They just sent it in an email to everyone.
I think that's going to screw them. It's too expensive. That's way too expensive. It's so close to the Steam Deck
Almost
price.
as much as, and almost as much as a Series X and PS5.
The thing is, people are gonna buy it
$500
for Mario Kart.
Yeah.
You could get the digital edition PS5 or Series X for less.
I wonder how much the Mario Kart edition is going to cost then. Probably $449 or $499. Yeah, 500. Yeah, for sure. The thing is like, I'm not going to do the Mario Kart edition because I want Mario Kart physically. So I'm not going to probably do that. But
no, dude, I'm worried for
That's
Nintendo.
bad.
There's a lot of people that aren't going to get it.
Pre-orders start April 9th.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so we got some time. We got a week. I don't think that's going to affect it too much. Like, that is higher than I think most people expected. But I think that's pretty fair, especially after the presentation, seeing how much is in this. Because here's the thing. Looking back at our predictions, I'm going to be interested to compare, because almost all of us were worried that there wasn't going to be 4K 120. The fact that we're getting 4K 120, the fact that it's 1080p 60 handheld,
120.
that's
120 handheld.
Yeah, 120. That's just even insane.
120 is nuts. I never in a million years would have thought 120.
Yeah.
I thought maybe
Nintendo would never get there.
So the
120 is crazy.
Yeah, the fact that we're getting all that is a good sign to me. I think, I'm not saying it justifies 100% going a little higher with the price, but I do think it gives them that much more of a push to do it. Like, I think people are gonna be okay with it because of this presentation. If they didn't have all that
4K.
information in this, what was that, Hazen?
Like you have 4K now. They're gonna make it. It looks like the Mario Kart with Mario Kart, the console like with Mario Kart World is. It's cheaper to buy the console with Mario Kart World by like half than buying the game separately.
Okay, yeah.
The game's 9,000 yen, and it only becomes 4,000 yen more expensive with
dude.
Mario Kart.
I need that
So,
converted to USD ASAP.
well, it's about half, so like $30 probably.
Yeah, but how does that make sense if it's gonna be? Because
80.
they're not gonna do 480 for the Mario Kart. It's gonna be 5.
It's going to be 5 for sure in America. It's got to be. Because guarantee Mario Kart World is
only
going to be a $70 game.
More if you buy.
It's got to
be.
And
So
so
it's only $20 more if you.
yeah, it'll probably
buy
save
physically.
you $20, I bet, to get the
The
bundle.
base Steam Deck, 256 gig LCD
Yeah, it's 400.
is $400. That is not good for Nintendo. I don't know what the frick they were thinking doing $450.
They're not competing against Steam Deck.
Yeah, they're not. That's the thing. It's
I
not
don't care.
Here's the
competition.
thing: is they are though, because that's another handheld.
But
that is the other
it's
hand.
yeah, but it's not though, because
There's
Nintendo.
tons of games they don't have.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have any Nintendo games. How are you going to play
Here's
any
the
Mario
thing.
game, any Donkey
This
Kong,
sounds
any
sad, but
anything like
A
that?
lot of normal casual gamers don't give an F about that. They're gonna keep
I-
their Switch
I actually
because as of
disagree.
right now, like what Switch 2 launch. I mean, we get Mario Kart at launch,
Yeah,
and then there's the
that's
other
huge.
ones they announced. But for casual gamers, there wasn't the big ones they want, like Smash, the new 3D Mario. So they're
no.
probably gonna keep their Switch.
What was
Mario
in July?
Kart is that.
There was something in July.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong's in July. That's
Yeah.
big.
No,
They
literally,
stayed
So
on
is-
July?
Is
Nintendo.
Mario Kart 2 a Switch 2 specific?
Yeah. it is.
Yes. Yeah, so the thing is Mario Kart alone, that's the biggest system seller of all time. That is literally like, you can't go better than a Mario Kart launch title. We're talking Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the highest selling Switch game by like 20 million copies. It has like 60 million copies out there. Wow. Sorry, I was listening to what you're saying, but Wario64 just tweeted, Dusk Bloods is a brand new multiplayer game coming exclusively to Switch 2.
Multiplayer?
Multiplayer.
Hey,
that is
that's actually
crazy.
cool.
Wow.
I bet Nintendo Switch 2 is gonna have a lot of multiplayer games because of that new chat feature.
Yeah. Nintendo locked in an
Yeah, that was
exclusive
really
from
smart.
software game.
Yeah, that was really smart.
That's insane.
What I'm wondering is if it's
massive.
going to be a cheap version of Night Rain,
I
because they're making a multiplayer game already.
I don't think it's gonna be multiplayer like Night Rain.
I don't think so
it's
either, yeah.
multiplayer like Elden Ring and Dark Souls. Night Rain, you could immediately tell it was different, and like playing the public test, it was a battle. It's a completely different game. Like it's still gonna be great, but it is not the classic.
yeah,
From
I
Software
think
game.
I think Dusk Bloods, from what it seems like, is going to be more campaign based with multiplayer, like
it
co-op.
looks just like a classic from Software.
Yeah, Night Rain's more battle royale. Anyway, I want to go through. So, I'm pretty high on the presentation. Tanner, you seem like you're maybe leaning more
no.
negative.
No.
Are you-
See, that's what I don't want that to be the impression, because overall the impression or the entire presentation for me 9 out of 10, like
Okay.
genuinely. The price didn't get announced till after the fact.
Well, that's why they hid
That-
it. They didn't announce it because they wanted to. They knew it
they
would
knew
get a negative
people-
reaction. Yeah.
Yeah, they totally. Oh, jeez.
Like
I gotta
it does-
go, guys. So,
You gotta go. Okay. See ya, Hasten.
see ya.
Oh my gosh! Breaking
What?
news! Holy crap!
No.
Mario Kart
way.
World is gonna cost $80. MSRP
There's no
80
way.
bucks. Oh my gosh! Nintendo is breaking the barrier.
That's not good.
Guys, the
That's not
dam
good.
the dam has
No,
been
See,
opened.
this is the problem.
The
This
dam
is
has
the
been
problem. What are
opened.
they doing?
This is what I was saying.
Dude, in the next 5 years, we're gonna have games that are $100.
This is
It's
what
gonna
I
be
was saying.
$100.
Nintendo is one of those companies that would get away with it. Like Nintendo would charge for their upgrades, for their edition upgrades, $80 for MSRP. Well, at least Mario Kart. I won't say in general, but for Switch 2 games,
No, it's gonna
exclusive
be for,
games seem like they might be 80 bucks.
It's gonna be for, like, yeah,
wow.
exclusives.
Here's what I'll say.
Holy moly.
Good
New
for
games.
good for the developers. I'm very
Well, yeah.
pro game being more expensive.
Of course,
because
yeah.
Games should be. But that is I don't know that I think that's bad for Nintendo. What are they doing, dude?
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
That
They're
makes
banking
me.
on
I'm gonna get the digital
makes-
edition of Mario then on the. I'm gonna get that $500 bundle because you save 30
Dude,
bucks
I
now.
don't know what they're thinking. Okay, wait. Where did you see this?
Wario
Is this
64 just
Wario
tweeted it. I was disagreeing
Oh.
with you for the console stuff,
Oh,
but
jeez.
with this price of the games, I'm starting to like understand where you're coming from a little more, because this is a slippery slope. This is a dangerous situation because Nintendo of all people can justify the higher
Yeah.
price because
Their games are worth
they make great games. There's no denying that. It would be like if the next Last of Us was cost $80, or the next God of War, like the next Sony exclusive like that, most people would be like, yeah, it's worth that, you know, because they're great games. But I do agree that because this is the first $80 MSRP game we've seen,
That's not good at all. Yeah.
this is gonna off-put some people. Some people are gonna be very off-put by this.
How? What are they thinking? No, that's stupid. For Mario Kart?
This is crazy.
No, that's stupid. What
Here's
are
the
they
thing, though,
thinking, bruh?
It just kind of annoys me because why jump? They didn't even do the 70 thing. The only game they launched that was $70.
What
was
Tears of the
justifies
Kingdom,
that
yeah.
10 extra dollars?
Guys, real fast, more breaking news. I gotta say this: the upgrades for Switch
20
games to Switch 2 are free for online members, which is exactly what I predicted.
Oh, hey,
That's
that's nice.
So they
Does
will.
it say how much they are without?
They haven't said how much it'll cost yet. It doesn't look
I
like.
bet
I can't
20.
find. I bet you it's gonna be 10 or 20, but
Because,
it's free.
well, it'll be pointed out that the games are $80 because they're gonna sell those
It
Switch
might
2
be
versions. for $80.
$20 now.
It's gonna be 20 to upgrade.
Oh, no.
That's insane.
If
Oh,
they don't,
God.
if they don't up the price of online, I am blown away because this Switch Online is becoming one of the most worth it
100
subscription services to have.
100%.
Given the
Yeah,
price
they're gonna-
of it. Oh my
The price is
God.
going up.
It sounds
Watch, we're gonna
crazy,
get
but
a
it's
breaking
like,
news thing,
if
and
Switch
it's gonna
Online-
say-
Switch Online might be a better value than like Game Pass, which is crazy.
At this point, given how many retro games you get online,
I would say it is
play,
probably.
oh my gosh,
Well,
upgrading to free. Crazy.
If you're a Nintendo fan, I should say, if you
Yeah.
like Nintendo games,
Sure.
it's more
I mean,
worth
overall,
it
I
than probably
think
any
it is.
subscription service. But
For sure.
I mean, this is getting crazy, guys. Let's rewind a bit. I want to start over.
I'm so worried
I
about
want to start
Nintendo.
over with the conversation and go back to the presentation itself. Let's kind of walk through here
$80
and talk about some of the
on a
highlights, right?
game.
We'll talk about breaking news as it comes. But going back to the presentation itself, yeah, we started off with Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Mario Kart for a second before we talk about price. Talk about the game itself. How are you guys feeling based on what we saw?
Mario Kart looked amazing. Like literally,
Looks
I
awesome.
think it'll be the best Mario Kart game they've ever made, easily. Like there was no thing about it that I didn't like. There wasn't anything I wanted more. Like I don't even know what to say. Like it was the perfect Mario Kart they could have shown. There was hundreds of costumes. Every single scene had a new costume on the different characters. It was
Yeah, looks
crazy.
amazing.
And there's so many new characters too. I felt like every single scene they were showing, it's like, oh, here's random people, like the cow from Moo Moo Meadows. Like what?
I will say too, great like box art and title
Uh-huh.
coloration and stuff. Oh my gosh.
Dude, we're so dumb for not.
It
thinking
looks so
Mario
good.
Kart World.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
honestly.
that makes so much sense.
Wait, breaking news: Donkey Kong is 70.
What?
Oh. Okay,
Okay, yeah.
I'm convinced the Mario Kart has to come with something. It comes with like a Switch wheel or something.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
It has to.
Yeah. That's got to be it.
There's
Okay,
no way.
that's it
normal.
for sure. Because
Yeah.
okay, to have a 3D Donkey Kong game, that's the next biggest thing.
Maybe.
I would be surprised. It would be weird for them to charge Mario Kart as the $80 game
unless
and not.
unless the thinking is, hey, we're charging $80 for Mario Kart MSRP, this will incentivize people to buy the Switch bundle that's $500, you
True.
know, and so maybe
That'd
it
It'd
just,
be kind of a
stupid, though.
scummy business practice, though.
yeah, it would. I wouldn't agree with it, but once again, I don't think Nintendo's above it at this point with some of their
Here's what I'll say:
choices.
game companies need to get better at advertising because if Nintendo came out and said, "This Mario Kart is going to be supported for 10 years," there's not going to be a new Mario Kart game. Where there will be new tracks and characters and costumes throughout its life cycle. I'd pay $80. Like if I knew that it was a game that was like, because like if this is a Mario Kart game and they stop supporting it next year, the bullshit. It's not worth $80. But if they're like, this is going to be supported, this is the Mario Kart game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like Fortnite. Like this is a weird comparison. I don't know why, but like if someone was to come to you and like Fortnite wasn't free to play, and they're like, how much would you pay for Fortnite? You'd probably pay like upwards of $80 to $100.
I
'Cause
mean,
it's
more.
lasted
I would pay
so
more than
long.
that.
Right.
Like,
It's lasted
personally.
so long. It is a defining game. It has transcended generations of consoles. It's like it's worth whatever price tag you would give it. And so like a Mario Kart game, if they were like, this is gonna be huge, we're gonna constantly support this, and it's basically Mario Kart Tour, I'd be like $80. Yeah, sounds good.
going back to Mario Kart World, talking about that for a sec, we got the addition of the wall jumping, the grinding on the rails.
Yeah, it looked like rocket racing
Yeah,
Yeah,
And,
it did look
where
like
you-
kart racing.
yeah, you're right.
across the walls.
We got costumes. We got a ton of playable characters from what it looks like. We were pointing out that Cataquack was there from
Cataquack.
our discussion a couple weeks ago, which is insane. Like that's so random.
I'm surprised they didn't call it Mario Kart Ultimate because it looks like they're adding just every character and everything.
Yeah.
It does seem that way. They probably want to try to keep it away from, because they don't want to put Mario Kart in a corner like they did with Smash. Because with Smash, truthfully,
Yeah,
they
that's
actually kind of
It is the ultimate.
it's the ultimate one. It's like, how do you get better than ultimate?
How do you get better than that?
Yes. So it's like
That's
Smash
true.
is kind of in an awkward position now because inevitably, when the next one comes out, people are going to be like, this isn't as good as Ultimate. It doesn't have nearly as many characters, or it doesn't have nearly as many this, you know? So it's like,
Yeah.
I think that they probably learned a lesson from that a little bit and were like, let's not call it Ultimate, because that would deter people from the next one that will come out one day, you know?
You know that if they called it Mario Kart Ultimate, people would question if it's a remake. They'd be like, "Oh, is this all the Mario Karts combined? Is this like Mario Kart 8 Advanced?" You know, people would question it if they
Yeah.
called it Ultimate.
Real fast, another piece of breaking news, just while we have it. Pro controller is going to cost $80. Joy-Cons are $90 now,
I knew it.
which is insane. The camera is
God.
the camera
No,
is
dude,
50
We're freaking
and the
screwed.
dock is 110.
How are we gonna get rich? Because this is insane.
This is
$90.
$90
for
for
Joy-Cons?
Joy-Cons.
Joy-Cons.
That's insane.
The Joy-Cons, they better be freaking good.
They better-
not be like trash Joy-Cons.
You know
like
what
the
it
first
is?
They
one.
better fix the
know
drift,
what
I tell you
it is?
what.
It's the freaking mouse thing. It made it more expensive.
Yeah,
Having the IR reader on the bottom.
for sure.
Yeah, it's like honestly, get rid of that. I don't really care.
Yeah, can I buy a version
Yeah,
without
Parker-
that and it's
Can I
cheaper?
buy a version without it?
Margaret brought up a good point. If you get drift, you are literally screwed. You have to shell out
Well, Connor
$100.
said that,
That's insane. Yeah, it's adding up. I agree. It's
I told you this.
a lot of it's
Pro
adding
controller
up.
was not gonna be 60. There's no way. It's $80.
Going back to the presentation though, we'll keep
Oh,
updated with
no.
breaking news. But so Mario Kart, we all in agreement, looks great. Gameplay I think
Yeah.
looks fun. I will say when it first started, like when the gameplay first started, I was kind of like, well, this looks like Mario Kart.
Guys,
You know, like
Yeah,
wait.
I wasn't impressed.
I wasn't that impressed until it started going on, and then I was like, oh,
Does
there's
the
all
Switch
these
2
characters, all
come
these
with
costumes.
a dock?
Yeah, it should come with a dock park.
The dock set?
Yes.
Because it's
Yeah.
$110.
Yeah, it
okay?
does. Yeah, 100%.
To be fair, the dock
The dock
one,
set.
weirdly enough, the dock one is the one that makes the most sense, given that it
As a
actually
fan
has
and stuff.
power to
Yeah.
it. Right.
And 4K
Oh, yeah.
output, and yeah, because that's
If
based.
it was a Switch dock, I'd say $100 is robbery.
Yeah.
I'd be like, that is ridiculous.
That
but-
is a good point, Tanner. Because yeah, this one actually has function in the sense that it will make your games 4K, which is a big deal, you know.
It's almost like a console. I know that sounds weird, but it's almost
Yeah.
like a console.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just saying that was a big mistake, though. The Joy-Cons for 90. They
That's
should be 8.
expensive.
The-
That is
so the
expensive.
Joy-Cons are more than the Pro Controller?
That is crazy.
What?
Yeah. Well,
Here's what I'm
because
gonna say.
Nintendo's perspective is you get two.
You get 2. Yeah, it's
Two-
like
This
what,
is-
it's yeah.
This is not
It's a
gonna
half
last.
a controller though.
I can tell you
Whoa.
right now. What?
This is how the physical cases look.
We're getting all these.
I don't like it.
It's red. I called it.
It's
They're
red,
red.
but look, the banner is across the top, like all of the top.
I wonder if it's gonna be like Xbox One, where the banner is
Oh.
part of the case.
I
You know
don't-
what I mean?
I don't-
Yeah,
don't
I
love
wonder.
that.
Is the banner part of the case? Like it's gonna be.
It doesn't look
physical?
like it. It looks like it's the box art. But I am not
'Cause
a
that
fan.
looks bad if that's the case.
I'm not a fan either.
I mean,
is
fine.
Yeah,
The
just
problem
look
is,
look up
too-
Wario64. He just tweeted it.
The problem is since the Switch 2 like logo is so small,
Yeah.
there's too much red.
It's way
empty
too much
space.
red. Yeah.
Way too much red.
Well, and
It
then
needs
look
to
at
be-
this.
You need to lay it out this way, like
Um,
horizontally.
With the update editions too, there's like the
Switch 2 editions look stupid because they have that
the
stuff at
bottom
the
thing. That's ugly. Oh, dang.
Okay, I disagree with the new games. I actually like it. I actually don't mind it. Donkey Kong looks good.
Really?
Yeah, you have to remember we're seeing a clip art like
Yeah, true.
blown up.
It-
like seeing an actual case. That's
Oh,
gonna
know what
look
else?
like
Red case. Yeah, the actual case is red. I
Wait.
didn't realize that.
Wait.
That's what I said on the
Yeah.
last podcast. I thought red case because they want to distinguish it from the spine.
Interesting.
there's-
This is gonna be the first red cases then, but since New Super Mario
Guys.
Bros. Wii.
You're telling me that
That's gonna be
that
sick.
freaking QR code and stuff is gonna be on there?
Yeah, that's disgusting. I hope not.
Yeah, that's
No,
even-
they better get rid of that.
I hope they get
That's,
rid of that.
That is disgusting.
Here's the thing: is they'll
makes it
probably
look
keep it
disgusting.
because they probably legally have to show that it's not a brand new.
No,
thing,
it
you know?
says Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Big,
I know
like,
they probably legally have to have that on there to show people that it's not a new game.
I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Huh. Interesting. Well, that's. I think Tanner will get the point for that then, most likely.
They had red cases for the Wii U Mario games as well, but
That's right. They did. You're right. But it didn't look as good because it was the blue
right.
highlights
Right.
of the Wii U. Going back to the presentation, so we had the whole Mario Kart opening bit. They're doing a direct for it April 17th. So just in a couple weeks here, we'll learn even more
Real
about
quick,
it. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not gonna give a. I said that they would be black. I forgot.
Oh,
I
did
not
you?
say-
Ah, shoot.
I said
Well,
black.
so I guess none of us called it then. Wow.
Yeah.
We should have figured like red. That makes sense.
So it's weird because I wonder if the spine's gonna be red because the Switch spines are already red.
yeah, because from a spine perspective, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll probably be like a.
I guess
Maybe
we'll
they'll
have to
just
see
do
it.
the opposite, just clear on the sides.
Clear on the side or white on the side or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
If they did clear, that'd be pretty sick actually.
That'd
With the
be-
name black like on it.
that'd be
Cool.
weird. That looks so weird. But
Or red.
after Mario Kart, we got the whole breakdown of the C button, which is essentially Discord. It's Discord on
Yeah.
Switch. Which, how do you guys feel about that? Is that disappointing or?
It's whatever. It's not gonna last. Nobody's gonna really use it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I feel like that's
There will be people that use it like Xbox Party, but nowadays most people just use Discord or their own form of communication.
yeah, exactly. So that was whatever. It basically,
I will say they didn't go into as much detail as I was wanting because has the friends list changed at all? Is it easier to add friends? Is it still using friend codes?
Mhm.
Because if all of
Yeah.
that's the same, then this chat thing is pointless. And no one, they need to overhaul their social stuff as a whole. They need to get rid of the friend codes. They need to make it like Xbox and PlayStation, where you can add anyone by looking up their name and adding them through the game and stuff, and be
yeah,
able to click on the profile. Like if everything else is the same, then yeah, this is not gonna work. It's just not.
yeah, interesting, classic Nintendo sort of thing. They're 15 years late to the party, literally. But
Party chat,
yeah, but
the new thing.
I'm glad it's there. At least the options there now.
Yeah.
There's the camera dongle or addition accessory that we saw. I'm definitely not gonna buy that.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
No way.
That's gonna just be like one of those extra things.
Can you connect your own camera? Like. a
I
different one?
doubt it. If it's a Nintendo product, I would highly doubt
Oh
it.
my-
I bet you
that's-
they're all
that'd be stupid.
proprietary.
Yeah.
But after that, so they've kind of highlighted all that for a while. Then they went on to talk about game sharing, HDR support, the 1080p handheld 60 frames or 120 frames.
I'll tell you what. That's powerful. It like the leaks were probably true that it's like a PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
It's like that is insanely powerful. 4K 120 is
That's-
crazy.
That is
is-
crazy.
No, not 120. 4K.
No,
60.
120.
No, with 4K you do 60.
I think it only was specific games that were not. The only
Oh.
game it showed that did 4K not 120.
You're telling me
Metroid Prime.
docked it would do 4K 120?
That's what it said.
That's what it said, I thought. Yeah.
No, it said 4K 60. Or
The only game that said that
1080p
was Metroid
120.
Prime 4, because I think Metroid Prime 4 is a little more intensive. It said Metroid
I mean,
Prime 4 has
if it's
two modes.
4K 120 docked, that might justify that extra
So
$50.
it showed Metroid Prime 4, and it has two modes. It has normal 4K, but it's 60 FPS, and then it had performance mode, which is 1080p 120. I think Metroid Prime was the only one, and that makes sense because the game is insanely beautiful. It probably can't handle running 4K 120 without exploding.
Yeah, I'm trying to scrub through the video here and I can't find exactly where it says it, but
It's
either
when he goes
way,
in the they like go in the settings and he clicks 4K.
yeah. Either way, I think it's better than what I was imagining it would be,
Oh my god!
which is awesome. You know,
I think all of us said no to 4K, so we were all wrong.
no, I
And
said
none
it
of us
would.
said one.
I said it would docked, so I was actually
I
right
said
on that.
I
one.
said it.
Oh,
I did
really?
too.
Yeah, Parker did
I
too.
said docked.
None of us said 120 though. No way.
No, definitely not. Yeah, none of us said that.
Does
That's
the
insane.
Xbox even do 120? I don't even think the Xbox does 120.
I think it does. I think with certain games, I think like the Series X compatible.
I'm sorry,
like that,
if
but-
we are able to play this new From Software game in 4K 120, that
That's
is going to
insane.
be crazy.
That is crazy, yeah. Then they showed off the mouse features a bit and they have the paid tech demo thing that you can purchase on the Switch, which I don't know why this isn't a
How much
bundling.
is it?
They haven't said yet. At least I haven't seen
Well,
any sources
it's not
from
a
it.
surprise now, given how freaking greedy Nintendo is obviously becoming.
That is just crazy to me. That seems like a perfect pack-in. You know
Who
what
the
I mean?
F is gonna pay for an
For sure.
instruction manual?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that
it's
is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
well, it's like the little games they have in it seem kind of like cute, fun little games, like Wii Play style, but it doesn't seem like nearly enough to justify a price tag on it. You know what I mean?
No, not even
It's
close.
basically like glorified tech demo stuff where it's like, look, it's mini golf, go like this, or
Sorry, like, what happened with Astro's Playroom? Did it inspire no one? Astro's Playroom was a pack-in that was an amazing, critically acclaimed thing. No one else listened to PlayStation. They're like, yeah, pack-in suck. It's old news. It's like, bro, obviously it's successful.
dude, gosh dang it, Metroid Prime 4 has
No.
the bull crap on the bottom.
Dude, okay, no. Why? They better get rid of that.
Well, to be fair,
I
doesn't
swear.
it- that's probably the Switch 1 version because they said Prime 2 will be getting a Switch 2 version. Oh wait,
No, this is the Switch 2 edition, it says.
No, that's gonna ruin the box art. I'm sorry.
dude, that's gonna
Yeah.
suck if that's on there. Put that on the
It
back.
looks-
I know, it's going to make
It
me
looks
want to
like-
just get
it
the
looks like the
Switch
back-
1
oh,
version.
Oh, okay. They might put it on the back. Because they haven't showed the back of them. It might just be showing that it's. I don't know.
Gosh dang,
Oh,
dude.
no.
See, like Mario Kart looks good. Like Mario Kart looks good without the.
That's a great box art.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
It looks like the Mario movie. The box art looks like the Mario movie for Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Box art, they've done. Because Prime 4 looked amazing, and Mario Kart, that is a great box art right there. Like,
Well, they
Yeah.
they chose some good colors too. I love the colors.
look
Yeah,
at the
they did.
characters,
Great.
dude.
Yeah, they look
Dude, there's
amazing.
the penguin all the way in the back, Monty Mole, Pauline, Goomba.
You get everyone on there. Yeah, that is a great
Dude.
box art. And you get the whole world, like, stretching in the background, which is cool.
Yeah. Bowser looks so cool. I love that Bowser's like actually animated. Because Bowser always looks the same. Because it's either his mouth is open or it's closed. But he's like, "Arr," and his mouth is like squishing. And
Yeah, you're right. They definitely look more expressive.
It looks like Mario movie for sure.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Mario
'Cause
movie
look at Donkey
style.
Kong. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the new Donkey Kong redesign.
I'm
It's
with
a little
you.
weird.
I'm with you. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it yet either. I
Mm.
I might grow into it, but yeah, it's a little off-putting right now.
I will
I
say
wonder why.
Yeah,
I really don't like that big red empty space. They need to have
me too.
Nintendo Switch on the left side of the like. They need to have it
Here-
more horizontal.
I wish
less
it was
like
just how the
a
Switch
square.
1 one was. I wish it was
Needs
just
to be-
that square in the corner. Give more room for the
Yeah.
box art, you know?
It's true.
Yeah. It's a little strange.
Pro
Yeah, it
controllers
looks
have
like
an
it's,
audio
like,
jack,
cropped
which is
on
big.
there. I don't like it.
Pro controllers have audio jack. Mario Party Jamboree is getting an expansion. A bunch of games are getting expansions, including Kirby, Forgotten Lands.
Except for some reason, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is not. We are
You know
getting
what it is
a
with
notes
Donkey
app.
Kong? Donkey Kong, the reason he looks like that in Mario Kart is because they're trying to have him look the same as he does in the 3D game. I don't think it's a new redesign. I think it's like they're trying to make it look like, oh, it's the Donkey Kong from the 3D game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's definitely a redesign. It's definitely a redesign.
What I
from-
mean is I don't think it's permanent Donkey Kong redesign.
I think it is. I
what I'm
bet you it's
saying?
gonna be. I know what you're saying, but I think it's gonna be a redesign because I don't think they would choose this for.
I think it's a
For it.
Link situation where, like, when Link went Breath of the Wild, all of a sudden Breath of the Wild Link was in everything. He was in Mario
Yeah.
Kart, Smash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't a permanent Link redesign. Like, if Link came back in his green cap, no one would be like, "Huh? We're back to Green Link?" You know, it would be normal.
Yeah, that's fair. It's possible.
Is it backwards compatible then? As in, like, I could put in Breath of the Wild with my Switch 2 and it'll play normally without
assume
having to play.
It just won't have the upgraded 4K and FPS.
Yeah.
I really
So
hope 'cause-
I'm looking here. Metroid Prime 4. They have quality and performance mode. This is pretty standard with most games nowadays. But quality mode
Yeah.
is 4K 60 frames per second with HDR. Performance mode is 1080p 120 frames per second HDR. Honestly, the difference between 60 and 120 frames per second, I feel like it's questionable at a certain point. You know, it's like I might just do the 4K
I don't
60.
know actually. I might disagree.
It depends on the game.
60
Wait.
and 120 is a big jump. Anything above that,
Yeah, but
The
60 is
new,
already really good.
New Tears of the Kingdom
Yeah.
amiibo.
Wait, what?
Did you see those?
Wait, did some
Toolin,
get tweeted?
Nintendo of America, Toolin amiibo, Yonobo.
Wait, what?
Hold on, it's Yonobo.
Are you serious?
Simon.
Actually?
That's sick. 4 stages.
No, yeah,
Oh,
let's
and
go. Oh, and
Minoru
the
Construct.
and Manure the Construct's coming too. Heck yeah.
Dang, so 5 new amiibo for Tears of the Kingdom.
Let's
That's pretty
go,
sick.
baby. That's freaking hype. Oh, yes, I'm surprised Wario hasn't tweeted that yet. Sidon, my boy.
That's awesome.
That's way cool. Heck yeah.
I want those. Wonder
Yeah.
if those will work with the Warriors game.
Oh, I'm sure. I think that's probably what they're doing them for.
dang it, that sucks though. That you would have to buy it like, for the upgrade for like Breath of the Wild, you'd have to buy it physically. Or I would want it physically.
I
but
know.
It's free on Switch Online.
Well, what
So
I'm
why
going to do
would
is
I?
I'll just play it for free on Switch Online until one day I can get it for a good deal, and then I'll get it physically for a good deal.
But it's gonna be-
you know.
I wonder how much it is then. It's probably 80.
It's probably 70.
Survivors
Or
just
not 80.
announced
Yeah.
that they're coming to Switch too.
Who?
Vampire Survivors.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay. Nice. I was actually just thinking about that today. That needs a physical release.
That does need a physical release.
So yeah, they showed a bunch of games that are going to be getting the Switch 2 enhancements. We don't know how much the upgrade's going to cost yet. I'm very curious, but it is free for online members. Then we went into the really weird section where there was the wheelchair basketball game. So then we had Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, which was announced. This is very classic
Not a lot of
Nintendo.
news on that.
It's cool that Elden Ring's coming. That's amazing. But it's weird that it's getting its own edition, but we don't know what that means. It's like, what makes it the Tarnished Edition?
Well,
Just that it's on
and
Switch?
we literally saw the quickest trailer with no gameplay.
Yeah.
So, who even knows if there's special stuff or if it looks good or what? We couldn't even say if that was actual Switch 2 cinematics. That could have just been, like, here's the trailer for Elden Ring, but it's coming to Switch.
Yeah, totally. Then we got a bunch of partner showcase stuff. So we got Capcom is supporting the system, bringing a lot of their games. We didn't get Resident Evil, which I'm surprised about, but we
Street
do have
Fighter
Street
Amiibo.
Fighter. Street Fighter Amiibo, which is a big deal. That's a third-party Amiibo, which they haven't done a ton of. I think there's only been a few, like Dark Souls, Diablo. I can't really think of much more. Box Boy. But for the most part, there's not a whole lot of third-party ones. So that'll be cool. And then we got that Daemon X Machina. Is that what it's called? Right?
Yeah.
We got some of that. We got Hogwarts Legacy. We got EA coming with Madden and whatnot. So a bunch of third-party support stuff. Then the next big partner announcement was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment for
Pretty sick.
developed by Koei Tecmo. That looks cool. I didn't get to play the first one. It looked awesome, but
Yeah.
I'll get to it at some point. That looks cool. Fun little surprise, especially because, like I was saying earlier, I especially don't mind when we get like these second party games from a outside developer making
Right.
Nintendo games, because it's like it's not taking away any of the mainline Nintendo developers. But that looks cool, and we're getting Amiibo for it, which looks awesome. Just had that confirmed. The next huge announcement, at least for me and for you guys, I know as well, is GameCube expansion pack
Oh my god.
is coming to Switch Online, which is awesome. That is super hype.
That
Amazing.
is pretty crazy.
I mean, there's a lot of potential there. Like,
Yeah.
Switch Online, if they don't raise their price, that would be insane, but they're going to.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
think
hope.
there's probably only a couple games that they won't include. I hope that they bring all the major stuff. Monkey Ball.
Monkey Ball, the
Monkey Ball.
originals. Oh,
Come on.
please. Oh, that'd be
That would be
huge.
so sick.
Get the actual
them
good
online.
mechanics.
You can
Yeah.
play Kart Monkey Fight with online,
Oh, yeah, it has so much potential. You're right. I mean,
They're gonna charge like, and they're gonna do what Xbox does, where you have the multiple options for the online,
here's the thing.
where you could pay more for GameCube and stuff.
I will
bet
say,
you.
yeah, Switch Online is awesome, but at the same time, it sucks because it sucks that we have to rely on a monthly subscription service to be able to play Nintendo's back catalog. Like, we can't buy these outright.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could they could be like, here's, I don't know,
GameCube.
Monkey Ball on
It'd be
GameCube
cool.
for $20. And I could just buy it and just go, I own that now, which is nice. Like, I don't want to have to rely on having to pay a monthly subscription for it forever,
Yeah.
you know? Because it's like one day, as we've talked about, and this is all about game preservation and stuff like that, but it's like 10, 20 years from now, is Switch Online going to be supported? And are all these just going to be gone off the Switch? You know, like not playable? Which is crazy.
Thing is Nintendo could make bank. Like you said,
Oh,
like
yeah.
all they'd have to do is after you play a game, give it an option where it's like, would you like to own this game? $20.
Yeah.
They would make so much money because
Mhm.
people would like just be like, oh yeah, I want Monkey Ball.
Yeah. No, if they did like a virtual console type sell at some point, that would be awesome. Like toward the end of the Switch 2's life or whatever it may be, it would be sick if they were just like, hey, Switch Online's going to be shutting down in a year. We're giving you guys a year. You can actually buy all these games if you want outright for $20. It's
Or
like,
better yet,
I would go in and buy a bunch.
sell the different classic consoles as
Ah.
their own game.
As their own game. That would be sick. That would be
We
awesome.
get a physical
GameCube pack. Oh
classic
my gosh.
that
I was
same
literally gonna
cover.
say that, but I don't see that happening because that's
No,
like,
they
so, if you got a
It's too much
full
value.
GameCube, yeah,
Yeah,
if you got a full GameCube catalog in just a single Switch case,
that would be
insane.
That would be wild.
insane.
If you think about it, though, it's like, why wouldn't Nintendo do that? Because they're not making money on GameCube games.
It's
anymore.
true. Yeah, they're not.
Like,
They aren't.
yeah, it's like when I buy a GameCube game, none of that money goes to Nintendo anymore. You know,
Yeah,
it,
so
it goes
they
into the
would only be
pocket of some
making money.
reseller. And so it's like Nintendo, if they officially sold, even if they sold it for $100, they're making so much money on that.
They
They could
totally
sell
should,
$200.
dude. Sell it for $100.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Heck, I would buy
No.
it for 200.
Yeah,
You're
no,
like-
sell it for 200 with the controller. People
Yeah.
would buy it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
It was
freaking
like
sick.
catalog
Here's the
physical.
game
That would
with
be
the
awesome.
controller.
Oh,
on
that'd be
Switch.
so cool. That'd be amazing. Yeah, do it
Like
once.
imagine having. Oh my gosh, that'd be so nice to just be able to pop in a cartridge and it has all the
It's like,
GameCube games.
what GameCube game you guys want to play right now? Boom,
Oh,
let's just
what's
do it.
up?
Yeah, it'd be that'd be amazing. That's what they should do is like once they've added everything that they can, like at some point the like kind of how like Xbox did with 360 backwards compatibility, where at some point they were like, we're done for now. We're not adding any more.
Yeah.
Whenever they get to that point, they should just be like, hey, we're releasing a physical version that you can buy for $200. It's like,
Yeah.
you got me, Nintendo.
I mean, here's the way Nintendo's probably looking at it though: is they probably don't see an end in sight for Switch Online. Like literally,
No.
Nintendo.
It'll probably
Online,
go
Switch
forever.
Online will be the forever online service that they have.
I kind of agree. Yeah, and so from their perspective, they're like, we can just charge a monthly fee for
Jeez, all these
people to pay for this all the
freaking
time.
accessories for the Switch 2.
Yeah, it's popping off right now. Anyway, here's the games coming to GameCube backwards, or the Switch Online is Wind Waker, which
Confirm.
this is shocking because no Wind Waker HD. What the frick is going on? So we're now going to be stuck with the original Wind Waker on Switch 2 and not the HD version. It
I
is
will
so
say
wild.
that is such a weird, like thing to not port is the HD because from what I
Yeah.
understand, like the Wii U and Switch have a lot of. I guess it's that Switch too.
Maybe they technically don't
They have
want
the
to
same hardware.
because it was on the Wii U and it can't be on the GameCube catalog thing. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
maybe. Yeah. Well, yeah, they wouldn't put it in
So
the
maybe when they eventually do the Wii U in like years from now, they would do it. I don't know.
maybe. But it's weird that they
That's
wouldn't
what's on
just do here's a port of the HD version for $70. You know.
Here's the thing, they
That's
might.
true.
You
Yeah,
know,
they
but
might
did
anyway.
that
It's
with-
Nintendo.
They did that with Mario Kart 6, they did that with Mario 64. Mario
That's
64 is on the 64 Classic, and they're like, yeah, we're still gonna sell it with the 3D Classic collection. Like,
yeah.
they don't give an F. bro.
That's a good point. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just released it anyway.
Like, I guarantee you, Mario Sunshine and Paper Mario will be on the GameCube Classics thing. even though they
Well-
are on the.
Well, it's confirmed. So yeah, I was gonna go through here of the ones we have confirmed. So Soul Calibur 2 is also the next one. These are the ones launching day 1, by the way. Soul
That'll be a
Calibur
fun one
2.
to play. Played that, so.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one because it has Link also.
Yeah.
Wind Waker, which we already talked about, and then F-Zero GX. Those are the launch
Hey.
ones, which is sick. Those are all awesome. And then coming at a later date, it showed,
Luigi's Mansion.
yeah, let's see, Mario Sunshine. So that's going to be interesting. So
Wow.
we're going to be able to play it again, even though
Yeah.
it's technically not for sale
I
anymore.
will say, keep in mind, Switch 2 exclusive because all the GameCube stuff Switch 2 exclusive.
Did
did
they
mention
confirm that? I wonder.
They confirmed that. The
It's only
the
for Switch 2.
GameCube is only Switch 2, and another
I
thing
didn't
that's
see
not,
that stupid.
Another thing that's
Yeah.
not gonna get a Switch 2 upgrade is Mario 3D All Stars. So there will be a reason to play Sunshine on the GameCube emulator.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
true. So Mario Sunshine,
true.
that's cool. That I'm glad that'll be back for people to be able to play. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I was saying this during the presentation. This is really cool because no joke, this game is $200+ physically. Like
Uh-huh.
I even saw it when we just went to this Game Swap this last weekend. There was a dude selling it, and he was selling it for $280.
It's true. Thank goodness they're adding stuff. Wait, also, isn't it Pokemon Coliseum or whatever? That
one-
game
yep,
is like
that one's worth a ton as well.
freaking. How much?
It's a
Literally
lot.
like.
Well, there's the
Yeah.
one with Shadow Lugia on it too. Pokemon XD or something.
That's
It's
the one,
cool
yeah,
that
it's
they're
coming.
giving the option to play those games at least because
Yep.
I don't want to spend so much to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's huge. And honestly, hopefully it brings down the prices in the reseller market slightly.
Yeah.
Like, because that's what happened with Thousand Year Door. It's like they're still expensive, but they're not nearly as expensive as they were.
I mean, unfortunately, I doubt it. Just because since
I
it's
actually
not
think
being
that
released,
might raise the price because.
it'll make more
People
want
play it and then they're like, I
people
want it
want that
physically
more.
now. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
let's
want
be
it
real.
physically,
Though,
like
the
us.
The reason Thousand Year Door went down is because there's a physical game that they could get for the Switch.
I mean,
But, like,
Connor, think about
And
it.
it's
If
an,
you're
an
playing-
HD version too.
If you play that Fire Emblem game, you might
And
want
love
it
it.
physically after. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You might
know.
want it physically, so you're gonna want to buy it. And it's gonna go up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's fair. I hope that doesn't happen, but so we also got Pokemon XD, Super Mario Strikers. Heck yes, thank you.
yes, that's awesome.
That's sick for multiple reasons because the Switch version,
Online.
the Switch Battle League Mario Strikers was not good, which was unfortunate. Like that was one of my biggest Switch letdowns and disappointments was Mario Strikers Battle League. And so to have the original playable is going to be sick. That's going to be fun for us to be able to just pick up and play on Switch.
Yeah.
Chibi Robo, which I've never played, but I
Yeah, the
want to.
original.
The
I
original.
think that's another expensive one.
Yeah. And then super hype, Luigi's Mansion, the original. Heck yeah. It's good.
Hey,
That's-
finally! So we can play every Luigi's Mansion on the Switch now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Which is
And
cool.
and then the last one is Pokemon Coliseum. So that's what we have confirmed. The like roads are endless with this though. I'm pumped because like we were talking about, Gauntlet Dark Legacy maybe. That would be amazing.
Super Monkey Ball.
What the frick? If I give
I
a
just saw
thumbs
that
up,
thumbs up. I saw that too.
It-
It did that to me earlier when I went like this.
whoa. What the
I think
frick?
it's
That's so
AI.
weird. It's
like
gotta
some
be.
sort of AI thing.
Yeah, that like freaked me out. I was like, what the frick was that? Anyway. Yeah, Gauntlet Dark Legacy maybe will come one day.
Super Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball. There's
I want those old Scooby Doo games, like the mystery. or
Yeah.
Mask Unmasked.
that would
I
be
mean, gosh,
sick.
they might. I'm probably gonna keep adding stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the lineup's already looking really good. This is by far the most exciting Switch Online announcement for me because the GameCube
Yeah.
is arguably my favorite Nintendo system of all time.
Well, and like, I'll be brief about this. What's especially nice about it is, as far as emulation goes, older consoles are a lot easier to emulate. You can emulate them on your phone.
Yeah.
But the GameCube, you can't. Like,
It starts
you
getting harder.
can- You can on like newer Androids, but like for the most part, like on iPhones and stuff, you can't emulate stuff like the GameCube. So it's cool to finally be able to play it portably in an official way.
Yeah, that's great news. And maybe Melee. at some point. That'd be insane. The thing is, though, is I don't think they will because we haven't gotten Smash 64, which is wild.
Yeah.
It's weird because there's some games Nintendo seems like they don't want to put on it because
Yeah,
they
it's
want
like-
people to buy the new version of it. So, but Melee would be freaking sick. And then we also got the announcement that they're making an official GameCube controller that's wireless that you can use.
Did they say
to
the
play
price
these.
on that?
No, but I'm imagining it's going to be expensive. It's probably going to be like $80.
It's gonna be like
well, maybe not
gonna
that
be, like,
much, but it's
cheap.
going to be up
it's
there.
gonna be
It's-
cheaper because it's like one of those. I don't know.
I don't know because
like
they're
40
making it
$40 or something.
to give you an idea.
guess it
The N64 one that I bought, I think was 50 or 60, and that was 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't
for
know.
sure.
I'm just like I'm picturing with inflation and everything, maybe 70 if we're lucky.
And this one had all the features of a Pro. It had the C button, it had the home button, it had all that on the top.
True, yeah, and it's wireless, which is big. After that, we got some more third-party stuff. We got Deltarune, Borderlands 4, Civilization, which will make use of the mouse really well. Enter the Gungeon 2. This is when the stream died, and we had
Oh god.
the error for everyone. So technically,
Yeah.
we haven't even seen some of this stuff because we just heard the audio for a while. But Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade was announced, which that's a big one.
It is so funny that we're getting Metroid Prime 4 for the Switch, but then there's like Metroid Prime 4 Nintendo Switch 2 edition, even though the game hasn't even launched yet.
Yeah.
It's like there's an edition for it
That
It's
is
so dumb.
true,
for a new console. It's so funny.
and we'll get into
Also, I
this.
didn't even talk that.
Yeah,
Prime 1 and 2
yep. I was
on
just
the
about-
GameCube.
yeah, that's where we're gonna get them. Like Prime 2 for sure. The biggest question though is how are we gonna get Prime 3? Because they're not gonna do Wii anytime soon. So what the frick?
Watch they remaster Prime 3 and not 2 because 2 ends up being on the GameCube. So
That would
that'd
suck. That would suck. It's like there's one game in the trilogy that we don't get remastered. That would really.
I mean, I
be a
could see
bummer.
that happening.
That would be a total Nintendo move. We'll get to it later too, but Prime 4, no release date. What the frick? When is this game coming
They
out?
didn't even talk about it really. Besides that it has 4K.
So I think it's pretty much confirmed Prime 4 isn't going to be a launch title. So
No.
it's coming later, which I will say I think that's what I predicted. I think I predicted
Yeah,
it was
that's
going
what
to
you
come
said.
like a couple
Yeah.
months after.
Can we just talk about the fact that I nailed the Switch release?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
that
one
is
day
crazy.
off. You were one
No,
day
I
off.
had it.
You
I
said
had
it,
it
though.
before though.
I
had
think
it
we should
before.
give it to you because you had it and because you
I literally
pretty
said
much had
June
it. It's
5th,
like,
and then you guys were like, "Oh,
Here's what I'll
it's supposed
say.
to release on Friday,"
yeah, it's weird. It's launching on a
causes-
Thursday.
and then I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll change it to June 6th then." But I said June 5th. Already.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
We did
Which
convince
is
you to
a
change
good
it.
date.
If Parker gets that one, then I get the Mario Kart one because Parker's right. I think I said Mario Kart World.
I'll listen back, and
Tanner
if
did.
you said it,
He
I'll
did
give it to
say
you for
it,
sure.
But you
But-
Oh yeah, I guess.
I
Well,
changed it. To
Don't I
rewind.
still get the point though, for just it being closer?
For what? Oh
For the
yeah,
Switch.
for the date. Yeah, you would get it either way because yeah, you were the
Yeah, so-
closest.
But Tanner, I don't know if you would get that because since you completely changed it, you were like, "No, it's not."
No.
I'll listen
Yeah,
to
maybe.
it and
I don't know.
I'll
We'll see.
figure it out. But yeah, it is crazy that you nailed the date. But then it is weird because we were like, it's not going to come out on a Thursday, Parker. You gotta do Friday or something.
Yeah.
and it's coming out on a
Well,
Thursday.
you didn't say that, but
What the frick?
That is a weird thing.
Yeah. Then we got a huge announcement, which I still can't believe this is real because I have no idea how From Software has time to make so many freaking games. But we're getting Duskbloods. Is that what it's called? Right?
I don't remember. I don't
yeah,
remember the
the
title.
Duskbloods.
The Duskbloods, which is a vampire multiplayer
Oh my
From
gosh.
Software game. Exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2. What?
What?
That is
What?
asinine. Like that is straight up asinine. Like how does that
That's
even make
unheard of.
any sense?
That is crazy. That
Literally unheard of. The
exclusive.
biggest publisher right now, the biggest developer for video games, which
Yeah.
is arguably From Software,
Yeah,
is
no,
making
no
an
doubt.
exclusive for the Switch too.
Yeah.
What?
Which is so weird too, because you'd think that it would be an exclusive for a different console, but
It's so
Like,
funny
PlayStation-
too because
PlayStation
handheld.
just bought. Didn't they just buy a bunch of stake?
Yeah,
From Software.
they did,
And
yeah.
anyone can It's PlayStation.
Yeah, I guarantee when they bought that, this was already in development, obviously. And so it was like, hey,
It was
there's nothing you can do about this. We're already making this. Like, that is crazy. It's funny though too, for a couple things during this trailer. We were freaking out obviously because for a second me and Tanner thought it was Castlevania, and it's ironic that it basically is because it's a vampire game.
Yeah, it's Castlevania without being Castlevania.
It's
Let's be real.
Castlevania From Software, which is sick because From Software has been everyone's like their fever dream is like imagine a From Software Castlevania game. How sick that would be. So it's like it's basically like they're making it, which is cool.
I will say, I was holding out hope. I was like, please be Castlevania though, because if it was, that would have been so sick.
Imagine though, this is like one of those fake out situations where in a couple months they're like
It's
Castlevania
Dusk
Duskbloods or something. It's like, oh,
That'd be insane.
They could do that. I mean, hey, it's not unheard of.
they could. I will say though, there was definitely like too many From Software-isms in this for that to be the
It
case.
didn't look like Castlevania.
You know,
And there wasn't enough
Oh,
Castlevania character.
Yeah.
And yeah.
yeah. But it's funny because I knew it was From Software as soon as I started hearing the person talk because I'm like, this person's talking like a From Software character.
See, that's what I thought too, but I was like, okay, it can't be though. Like that's what
Yeah,
my
it
mind
just
kept
didn't make
going to.
sense.
We can't. Because I was like, okay, it's not going to be a new, especially since they just announced Night Rain.
And it's
I'm
coming
like,
out
there's
in 2
no
months.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, this is. I don't understand. It's like literally since Elden Ring in 2022, we've gotten Elden Ring, we got Shadow of the Erdtree, we got Armored Core, we got Night Rain now, and now Duskbloods. 5 games since 2022 for From Software. How is that even
I'm
possible?
glad. Did they say release date on that?
2026 is all we got, so next
Oh.
year. Which that
Dang.
totally makes sense given that we're getting Night Rain this year. It's like there's no way this was coming this year. Like that would be nuts. But that's one of my
I
most
can't wait for that's my most anticipated.
yeah, that's probably besides I would say maybe Mario Kart because Mario Kart just looks amazing and that's sooner. But yeah, I'm pumped for this. We got that weird.
I hope they do a special edition Switch 2 console. Oh my god.
That would be
For the
insane.
Duskbloods.
That would be absolutely insane.
I want it.
These last few announcements were banger after banger because guys, after that,
I know
We got-
they slammed us at the end there.
Yeah,
They did.
literally,
they
like-
did. Because after that,
I thought
we
there
got
was gonna be one more announcement, but no, they were just like boom,
Yeah.
boom.
yep. So we got a star falling out of the sky.
that
And
was-
we all were like, what the frick is this? We all started thinking,
No,
okay,
I
it's
saw-
Kirby. It's Kirby, right? But our initial thought was Smash Bros. Because this seemed like the beginning to a Smash Bros. Trailer. And here's the ironic thing. I was thinking about this.
Room.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this. I'm like, of course we thought it was Smash Brothers.
It's
Because it's
Sakurai.
Sakurai.
Same guy.
Yeah.
And like the
I want
trailer,
to rewatch that.
it looks like
I
a
wanna
Smash
rewatch our
trailer.
reactions.
Yeah,
That
they were
was-
so good. I'm excited to put those up.
You gotta
But-
send the
That was
clip
good
of our
reaction.
reactions
'Cause
before you
I'm not
finish
gonna
the
lie
video.
too. Here's the thing too. What's great is that was like kind of one of the first times I've actually reacted like super
Hype.
surprised
Yeah.
about a Switch game because usually like with Mario Kart I'm expecting it and like
Yeah.
Donkey Kong I'm like okay I might play it but it's just a 3D Donkey Kong. But like Kirby Air Ride I was like I love
What are
Kirby
your
Air Ride.
favorite
Yeah,
games ever?
I will say that this was probably
was the
my
first one
most
that, like-
unexpected like hype announcement from this
No,
entire thing because I would have never in a million years expected Sakurai to be making
Never.
a Kirby Air Ride
Another
follow up.
Kirby Air Ride.
What? Oh my
Which
gosh.
is so weird. Like you'd think they'd make a new Kirby game or something, but
Yeah.
The thing is literally
Kirby Air Ride, Kirby
is-
Air Riders.
a dream announcement. Like whenever I've talked about my dream announcements, it's like Banjo and like a Kirby Air Ride.
Kirby Air Ride
But it's
too.
always
Yeah.
so unrealistic in my mind because I know Kirby Air Ride wasn't like I know it's beloved now, but like it wasn't
Now,
at the
yeah.
time.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say is like
Crazy.
it's such an amazing story, truthfully, if you think about it, because yeah, it's like back when Kirby Air Ride came out, it's like revisionist history. At the time, it was not well received. It was there was people like us that liked it as like a cult classic sort of thing, and then it caught on, and people nowadays have started to appreciate it and look back and really like it. But at the time, it was not that well
Oh my
received.
God,
So
I can't believe it.
how on
That's gonna be
earth
so awesome.
did
If they have
Sakurai?
City Trial, like even just I would be fine even if they
Oh.
just brought back Kirby Air Ride 1 and remastered it. or
Yeah.
something, but they're making a
Yeah.
whole new game.
Uh-huh.
That's
Whole new
crazy.
game.
That
I
is
will say, we need to see it though because I'm so worried that I hope.
I know.
Knowing Sakurai,
It's gonna be
Sakurai
fine.
is an amazing guy.
Hopefully
I
it doesn't
hope it
fall
has
into
a
the
good
same. hopefully it doesn't like do what Monkey Ball did or something. Where it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I don't know, just
Change the
I don't know.
Well, and,
mechanics.
like, for me,
yeah, that
It
would be
sounds
bad.
weird, but like a huge thing is gonna be the music. I hope it has great music.
It's
'cause
gonna
Kirby
have
Air
it.
has some
Dun dun dun
best
dun 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 dun
music.
dun dun. It's gonna
Now,
have it.
the-
It's gonna have it. There's
Dude,
no way.
I,
Here's the thing.
I hope we can play City Trial with like good graphics and like new
Da-da-da-da-da.
items and stuff. That'd be so
Parker,
sick.
imagine City Trial, but in like an open world, like a way bigger area. That would be
That
so
would be so
sick.
dope. And a whole new map. We've only had like
Whole
one
new
City
City
Trial.
Trial.
but a whole
Dude, this
new-
Yeah,
trailer-
we might have one-
I have it playing on the stream right now. It's so beautiful too. It looks so good. Like
yeah, that's what I was gonna say when I saw it. I was
it's
like,
it's
"Dang, it looks so
absolutely
good."
insane that this exists because I want to know the story behind this. Did Sakurai approach Nintendo about it, or did Nintendo approach Sakurai about it? You know what I mean?
guarantee you Sakurai approached it because like Sakurai is so passionate about his games.
Yeah.
Because look, Nintendo. I love Nintendo, but they're a company, and at the end of the day, that's all they think about is like money, what's successful, what's gonna be, the big thing. And I don't think they think that about Kirby Air Ride. Like I just don't see them.
Yeah,
I
I'm
bet it
kind of
was
with you.
Sakurai being like, this is what I want to do because he said he was working
That's
on a new
awesome.
game.
Yeah, he
You
said
know?
Dude, I watched it. The trailer. Jesus.
that's the
I'm so
crazy thing
happy.
is, yeah, Sakurai about a year ago. So if you remember, Sakurai has been working on a YouTube channel since Ultimate finished.
Yeah.
And the plot twist was that the entire time those videos were coming out for like 2 years, he announced on his last video that he recorded all the videos 2 years ago. That they were all recorded at the same time,
He's working on Kirby Air
and then that
Ride.
he was secretly working on a video game that wasn't announced yet. And so everyone was getting hyped about that. And it's funny because leading up to the direct, if you guys remember, I think I told you this, he was
Tanner,
posting.
wait, it said 2025. Sorry, I didn't realize.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
this year.
2025.
It's this year.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
But it's insane
I don't-
because
The only thing I'm worried about though is there's literally like it's so short of a trailer. It's literally just like
Well, yeah, it's nothing.
kind of shows the world and that's it.
Cinematic, and then it's over.
yeah, they gotta build suspense because guaranteed it's a winter game. It's gonna be the holiday title. It's gonna be like
Yeah.
November.
Sakurai is so effing good at making
Oh my gosh.
teasers.
He is.
It's like the ultimate teaser where you're
Yeah.
just like so hyped. You're like,
I know,
this is the
like-
coolest thing I've ever seen.
It's so good. Sakurai, he's my favorite game director of all time, and he's so good at
Oh, yeah.
building or anticipation, I guess I should say. That trailer starting and us seeing the Starfall and us questioning
my
what it is,
God.
and we kept saying Kirby Air Ride as a
And then the
joke
second,
because it was like
because
we're all
It
thinking,
seemed unrealistic.
yeah, we're just like, oh, Kirby Air Ride,
yeah.
haha, he has a star, but really we're thinking it's a
and then-
Smash Bros
and then
trailer.
You start to think it when the stuff goes on the back of the star. You're like,
Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
Kirby Air Ride?
Well, that was when it
he's
confirmed.
riding on the star.
Yeah.
No,
It's-
I knew as soon as I saw the jet engine on the back, I knew immediately.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like, it's Kirby Air
effing
Ride.
Kirby Air
Yeah,
Ride.
as soon as the Jets appeared, it was like, okay.
And I was questioning it for a second. I'm like, is it like a remaster? Or
That's what I was
something
wondering.
Like that, but a whole
And
new game is just crazy. So
Honestly,
unexpected.
and that would have been still hype too, even if it was a remaster. But the fact that it's a new game makes it
Yeah.
way more exciting. Because here's the great thing: Kirby Air Ride is going to be coming to NSO. It's going to come to the GameCube.
Oh yeah.
Launcher
It's
on
got
there.
to.
So we're going to be able to. It will
True,
probably come
yeah.
before this comes out, so people can kind of play it, which is awesome. So we're gonna have both. We're gonna have the best of both worlds. To where even if, which I don't think this will happen, but even if this one's for some reason isn't that great, the original is
have
going to be
Kirby Air Ride.
available on.
You know what I love
Switch.
too? Is it looks like it's called Kirby Air Riders, so it might be more like multiplayer focused, which would be awesome
Yeah.
for the Switch.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
would be like, I don't know, we could all play it.
Well, and you know what I think it is too, Parker? I bet it's multiple riders, meaning not just Kirby. I bet you can play as Meta Knight and stuff, riding
yeah,
on.
sure, yeah.
Because you could play as Meta Knight and King Dedede in their original, but they weren't. They were like boss characters. I bet you can play as other people on
Yeah.
the stars themselves.
That'd be
Also,
so
that's
dope.
another thing they showed, which is so random. I know this is stupid. The different colored Kirby's, because that's a Kirby Air Ride thing.
You're right.
Where,
They
like, the
did. Yeah.
colored Kirby's, and it's like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
on the other stars. Like, here's the thing: is like it shows me that Sakurai cares about what he makes
Yep.
because it's the same vehicles from
Mhm.
the original. He didn't like. It doesn't look like a different game. It
Yeah.
looks like Kirby Air Ride.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Which is
I'm-
awesome.
You're so right.
It just
Sakurai,
looks better.
he is the king of nostalgia and like respecting games history. Like he respects games history so much that
Yeah.
he like that's why I think this game there's no chance of it being bad in my opinion. And watch, 6 months from now we'll cut and it'll be Kirby Enthusiasm playing over
Horrible.
but like I don't think there's any chance that this game could be bad because Sakurai cares way too much. He's way too passionate. You know what I mean? Like this
When you
game
know-
couldn't be in better hands.
You know that Nintendo knows how good he is because of at the end
Yeah,
of the trailer,
I was gonna say that.
it does an announcement of
Game
him.
director. How many
Yeah,
games?
it's
There's
like
only
game
one.
director.
There's literally
Dude,
no.
only one other director on the planet that gets that type of treatment. Do you guys know who I'm talking about?
Wait, let me think for a second.
Video game director, obviously.
Hideo Kojima.
Hideo Kojima. Yeah, literally,
Yeah, that's
no
so
other
true.
director gets their name put in the trailer like directed by this person. It's like that's how good Sakurai is that the trailer ends with director Masahiro Sakurai, and everyone loses their
Literally.
freaking mind, dude.
Well, and it's funny that it doesn't like a Smash announcement where it's like director and then there's
Yeah.
like a wait.
It totally does. Yeah, it's like the
Sakurai.
yeah, director Masahiro Sakurai. How hype! Like I can't believe they actually did that. But they know that that's a good call because I was gonna say when the trailer was ending and it just had the title, my worry was like, is Sakurai involved?
Is it Sakurai?
Because if Sakurai's not involved, I would be more skeptical. I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
who knows? But the fact that it's Sakurai, it's gonna be
Yeah.
great. He knows what he's doing. It's gonna be.
You know what I'm so excited for is Kirby Air Ride. Don't get me wrong, I love the way it looks because it's classic, but it has not aged well as far as like the polygons and stuff. It dated.
Yeah,
I
yeah, for
love
sure.
it because it's classic and nostalgic. But I'm excited to see what this one. I cannot imagine how it's gonna look. If it's a Switch 2 game, it might look amazing.
Yeah.
like it might look so beautiful with like lighting and
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
It feel. Oh, if they made like an open world city trial too. Oh my gosh, that would be so dope, dude.
Dude, 20 years. It's been 20 years
Yeah.
since Kirby Air.
More than that. It's been 20.
That's
It's
crazy.
been 25 years almost.
Okay, I'm just saying too. I respect it so much. They're not doing a remaster or a remake or
Yeah.
something.
It's a
They're doing a
new
new
game.
game.
A new game 25 years later. I'm telling
Especially
you,
nowadays remasters are so common. How did they not do a remaster? It's so cool we got a sequel.
this had to
Yeah.
be. You're right, Taryn. It had to be Sakurai coming with this idea because there's no way Nintendo. Think about it from Nintendo's perspective. They're not going to be like, hey, you know that game
You know
that did
random
okay?
Nintendo game
No
that
one
didn't
remembers.
perform very well.
Yeah, that random cult classic Kirby game that Sakurai directed. Let's have him make a new one. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way it had to be Sakurai going, Nintendo, I've done Smash Bros now 2 times in a row. I did Wii U and Ultimate. The last game I haven't worked on that wasn't Smash was Kid Icarus, which was 2012. So he's like, this is what I want to do. I want to do Kirby Air Riders. I want to do a sequel. And Nintendo's like, all right, you're the best in the business, so you got it.
Well, and like also, they've had other people do Kirby lately. Like who did Forgotten Lands?
Oh yeah, no,
Who's
Sakurai.
helped-
That's the crazy thing too. Sakurai hasn't been involved intimately with Kirby since I think Air Ride.
Probably Era.
Since Air Ride, legit. And
So,
even though, because you
would-
guys know he created Kirby, right? Like he's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
creator of him. Yeah.
It's weird because Nintendo would have just approached the current Kirby developers, which is
Yeah.
whoever. Like they wouldn't have approached Sakurai, so it had to have been Sakurai.
Yeah.
They
Well,
wouldn't go to Sakurai. Hey, you're known for we need you to make Kirby. They
How-
wouldn't have done that. They would have been like, hey, we want a new Kirby Air Ride game. Talk to Kirby developer.
this is
you
such
know?
a weird announcement because how cool is it and random is it that Sakurai, who invented and created Kirby, decides to 25 years later, after having not worked on a Kirby game in like 25 years, decides to make a sequel to arguably what a lot of people would consider one of the most forgotten
Yeah,
Kirby games there is. You know, like,
random and like probably to this day one of the least performing Kirby games.
yeah.
as far as sales goes.
And Sakurai's like, that's the one I want to make a sequel to. Not like, because like, it would have made way more sense, you'd think, for Sakurai to be like, I want to make Kirby in the Forgotten Lands, like the next big 3D Kirby like adventure. But
Yeah.
no,
So
he's
they
like, no,
kinda
I want to do
had-
Kirby Air Ride.
They did DLC for the one recently. What is
Yeah,
it called?
Forgotten Lands.
Oh yeah,
is
that's
it
right.
Forgotten Lands?
Yeah,
Is that what-
Forgotten
oh,
Lands.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, looking even at
They
the
had that.
thumbnail that Nintendo of America has for it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see gameplay and the box art. The one thing is like, obviously it's a temporary.
wait.
Like, I hope that the Kirby in the title is how Kirby's title usually looks, where it's like big pink bubbly letters.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I would hope they change. I hope it doesn't look like that, where it says Kirby Air Ride just in black. I thought about it. I hope we get a Switch 2 Kirby Air Ride edition, like a console.
I mean,
That
that
would
seems
be
like a
awesome.
bridge too far for Kirby Air Ride. I will say, like, I doubt Nintendo would be like,
I don't
hey, you
know.
also get a special edition console. But that'd
Don't
be
get me
sick.
wrong, I would think so too. But they ended the presentation for the Switch 2 with it.
Well, second to last. We got one more
But-
after this. But
I
yeah.
mean, but it was like, let's be real, like it was. Yeah, I know there was two, but they were both the end title.
Yeah,
things.
you're right. Yeah.
So they obviously think it's a big game, like, which is weird. It's like I love Kirby, but like they think Kirby Air Ride is the one of the big Switch 2 games. Like,
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's insane. Let's get to the last announcement. We got Donkey Kong Bonanza, which this was
Out of left
super out of left field. I feel like I keep saying that with a lot of these announcements, but a 3D
field.
Donkey
This one is
Donkey
even
Kong game.
more so.
Yeah, which here's the thing. If you guys remember, years ago, there was a rumor of a 3D Donkey Kong game that was being developed.
It's made by Retro.
Well, no, it was actually rumored to be developed by the 3D Mario team, the people that made Odyssey, which I think is the case. I think this is the 3D Mario team. Looking at the gameplay style, it kind of looks like that. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, totally.
Nintendo won't tell us until the game comes out. But this is a weird one because it looks strange. Like, it looks awesome. Like, it's going to be fun, but it's like, it doesn't look super Donkey Kong-y. You know what I mean?
No.
If that makes sense. Like, it
No,
looks,
not at all.
like, it looks almost
the
like,
vibe I got from it was Kirby Forgotten Lands.
yeah.
You know what I
Donkey
mean?
Yeah, or you know what else? Wario World. Like-
Oh,
like
yeah, that's
Donkey
actually
Kong-
so true.
Like Donkey Kong Wario World almost.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, very unexpected. I mean, it might be awesome, but
Very
Yeah.
unusual theming too. It's like it seems like it's all about like breakables.
yeah,
Like you can break stuff.
destructive environments.
looks like
Yeah.
Yeah, this one I don't know fully how to feel about. I mean, I'm excited, obviously. Couple hesitations I have is only just that if this is the 3D Mario team, like I was saying during the presentation, that concerns me a
3D
bit.
Mario
That's like,
playoff.
is 3D Mario
not.
years away? Are we like,
yeah.
we could be going 10 years without a 3D Mario, which would be crazy. You know, like
Here's what I'll say is I
Considering they're
doubt
so
it.
successful.
3D Mario, they're just too big. They're not gonna do that. They're definitely working on one.
but if this
I
is
think-
the 3D Mario team, who's making it?
Yeah.
That's
If
my
it's the
question.
3D
Might be
Mario
there.
team, they could be making both. And
Yeah,
this
that's
could have
possible.
been-
Yeah.
Here's the thing: is like there's a good chance. Let's be real. The Switch has been dry for years now. This Donkey Kong game could have been done a year ago.
You're right.
And they've been waiting to release it for the Switch too.
That's totally possible. Yeah, I actually think that's true. I bet you this game's finished. I bet you this game has been
Oh, yeah.
finished for probably a year.
Look how much gameplay we got. We got like so much. That game looks done.
Well,
Yeah,
and there's a
it
reason
looks-
why,
It looks finished for sure.
and there's a reason why it's coming out in July, literally the month after the Switch 2 launches. It's because this game could launch with it, but they obviously don't want to launch it with Mario Kart also. That's too much.
Right.
And so they're putting it a month after. Like we were talking about, that's what we were talking about during our predictions, is I was saying this is where I thought Metroid would be. I thought they would put Metroid a
Right.
month after,
This would be the September.
Yeah.
Or the
like the next one.
the
But
launch.
yeah, the launch window, like right after. But instead, it looks like it's going to be Donkey Kong. Metroid probably going to be in the fall. But this is wild. Like, we got the new
Well, see,
Donkey
like-
Kong design, 3D
Real
open
quick,
world style.
To add to what we were saying just barely, I think that you can kind of tell where you have a game like Prime 4, Donkey Kong, and then Kirby Air Ride, all releasing in the same year, probably all releasing around the same time. The Donkey Kong game looks feature complete. We got a huge trailer, we got a release date, we got everything about it. This game's been done. Prime 4 is less done because it even dramatically changed from the first trailer to the second trailer, even like Samus's design, but it is more complete, still coming out in 2025, but no release date.
Yeah.
Kirby Air Ride, we have nothing.
Yeah.
It is not complete, but it's still coming out this year. I think that Donkey Kong game, I almost guarantee you, it's been done for what.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's a great point. I wouldn't be surprised if this has maybe been done for like 2 years, because the truth is all the rumors were saying that Switch 2 was last year. It was supposed to come out last year, and then they delayed it for who knows why. A lot of
That's
reasons,
true.
I'm
They
sure.
probably had to delay the game too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, they definitely did, because they didn't want to put it on Switch 1. Probably because Switch
Yeah.
1 couldn't
Well, it was
handle
probably
it.
built for the Switch 2.
Yeah. And so there's a chance that the 3D Mario team has been working on 3D Mario for 2 years now, you know, and it's like,
Yeah.
and it might come out in 2027, 2 years from now or something. Like, I could see that. It is slightly disappointing to me that we're not getting a 3D Mario within the next year and a half. I will say, Tanner, you were right. Once again, I tip the hat to you on that one. As much as it pains me, but this is a big deal still. This is going to be a huge game, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
But
Wait,
that
one sec. I'm gonna grab a chair. My phone's gonna die.
oh yeah, you're good. But beyond that, that basically wrapped up the presentation. They said goodbye at the end, and they'd have more information later. We got the Mario Kart
That
Direct
was a
in
great
just a couple
presentation,
weeks.
bro.
It was fantastic. I mean, like I said, I was a 9 out of 10 on it. I think the only reason it's not like 10 out of 10
3D
is
Mario.
because of no 3D Mario, which is just a
Yeah.
selfish thing. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us for this Nintendo Switch 2 presentation, reaction, breakdown. But yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Goodbye.